Good evening, everyone. This is Kelly from the High Priestess Tarot and Divine Messages. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. This is going to be a collective reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in Scorpio. I'll be taking a look at your recent past as well as your present and near future energies for you. And I'll also be taking a look at any obstacles or challenges that you might be currently working through. I'm going to be asking Spirit for advice and messages for you to help you along on your soul's journey. I've already pre-shuffled with your energy so we can get started. Remember, Scorpio, that if this reading does not resonate with you for some reason, please be sure to take a look at your moon, which is your emotions, as well as your Venus and rising signs, because there might be some important information that may benefit you there. Okay, so let's begin. Holy Spirit, angels, my ancestors and loved ones that have crossed over, thank you for this gift of divination and thank you for your blessings and protection. As I attempt to clarify and interpret these messages and advice that you channel through me today, I ask that you please be as clear as possible so that I may interpret them correctly and provide guidance to my seekers. Okay, Scorpio, so what we're going to do first is take a look at any obstacles that you might be facing, anything that's posing as a challenge for you, and then we'll clarify as we go, okay? All right, Scorpio, so right away I see the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands. So this is double fire energy here. This could be Leo, Sag, or Aries. The Knight of Wands is kind of a younger male energy, masculine energy, I should say, whereas the King of Wands is a mature masculine energy, okay? It could be, Scorpio, that you have someone in your life that maybe is transitioning from being a younger male into a more mature adult male that may be in a fire sign, okay? Or possibly this could be two different people. This could be maybe your husband and your child. It could be, somebody that you know, and the other person is the mature masculine energy. But there are differences between these two masculine energies here, okay? Now, the Knight actually doesn't have to be masculine. It could be feminine as well, but they always depict them, as a masculine figure. So with the Knight of Wands, this is somebody who's very passionate, very driven, very motivated to go after what they want. Now, remember in tarot, knights are always moving, so there is an inconsistency to their energy, right? Sometimes they're moving forward, full speed ahead, and other times they're going back in the opposite direction. So typically with the knights, you don't really want a knight. You want a king, okay? If you're going toward a relationship, because a king would be the more stable, more mature energy of those two. Now, the Knight of Wands can sometimes represent like a player energy. It doesn't have to be, but they're a little bit more immature in their thinking versus the king, okay? Now, with the King of Wands, you have all of the characteristics that I mentioned with the Knight of Wands. The only difference is that this person is more mature, okay? They're more stable, they're more grounded, very fiery, very passionate. Both of these cards represent a person who is very alluring, very charismatic, very sure of themselves. They may have a little bit of an ego even, but that's okay. That's part of their charm, right? Definitely driven here. So what I'm currently getting possibly, and we'll clarify this to be sure, is that, again, you may be having somebody who is, transitioning into this King of Wands energy for whatever reason, but we're going to clarify that in a moment, okay? Let's go on to your recent past, and then we'll clarify all of those before moving on to your current energy and future energy, okay? All right, so the first card I have coming out is the Ace of Swords. That could be you receiving some kind of clarity to a situation. We also have the Sun, right? Major for Leo. This could be something coming to light in a situation. This could be something that was maybe previously hidden, now being, illuminated for you. The Sun can also represent happiness and joy. It represents, a real feel-good energy. Okay, so let's see what else happened for you, Scorpio. There's another one. We have the Justice card in the upright. So whatever wrongs may have happened in the past were probably set right, or justice was served here. That's always a good thing, right? And one more, please, Spirit, Scorpio. Okay, I actually have a bunch. Okay, so you got the Page of Wands in reverse, 10 of Cups in reverse, 6 of Cups, and then the Knight of Swords. So you have another Knight here. Okay, give me one sec. Just move these down so that you can see all of the cards. That's better. Okay. All right. So I'm getting a sense of nostalgia here for a situation or your person. Okay. This is somebody that you have history with. This is like a long-term relationship, right? This is somebody that you may have children with. You don't have to have children, but sometimes it does suggest that energy, right? But you have very fond memories um, along the duration of your relationship with this person or this situation. Now, you also have the Knight of Swords at the end. The Knight of Swords is probably out of all four of the knights the most reckless knight. This is the knight that goes after what they want, full speed ahead. They do not pay attention to the details. They do not even, care about anything else except getting to, where they need to be or going after what it is that they want, right? It's like throw caution to the wind, charge. That's how they are. And this energy can be very impulsive, very rash, and sometimes very careless and reckless, like I said before. So we're going to take a look at that also. Now, you do have the Page of Wands in reverse, and you have the Ten of Cups in reverse. So what I'm strongly getting here, okay, in your recent past, was that you may have received some kind of information or clarity about a certain situation, which kind of brought light to the darkness, right? Whatever it was that you needed to figure out, or any wrongs that needed to be set right, you were able to receive that clarity or that message or that communication about that situation, and that was a good thing, because that kind of helped everything kind of balance, right? With this Justice card here, Justice is major for Libra, and something was set right here. Okay. Now, with the Page of Wands and the Ten of Cups in reverse, though, we have some kind of disharmony here, some kind of disharmonious situation here. There is a page here. Now, the page represents, kind of a younger energy, or even possibly a child. But generally, with the Page of Wands, this is somebody who maybe initially had this idea of going towards something, or they were thinking about something that they felt might have the possibility for growth and potential. But for whatever reason, this never got off the ground, right? Pages, are really just the initial idea, and it doesn't really get past that point. But when it's in reverse, this page is someone who just couldn't really feel motivated enough, or maybe they lost their motivation to, pursue this idea. Whatever that was, whatever it had to do with, did leave some kind of disharmony in the home, or possibly the disharmony in the home maybe is what caused this page to kind of back off from the pursuit, right? But again, you have this nostalgic, kind of loving feelings with the Six of Cups card. It's like a nice balance feeling. And again, you have that reckless Knight of Swords. So let's see what's going on. Okay, so we're going to start by clarifying the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands at the top. Spirit, why is this posing as a current obstacle for Scorpio, please? Why is this posing as an obstacle for Spirit? Let's see, for Scorpio, let's see what we have here. Okay, so we have The High Priestess in reverse, that's major for Pisces. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Knight of Wands. You have a lot of court cards here, guys. And you also have the Devil. All right. So what I'm strongly getting here in terms of your current challenge or an obstacle that you're facing or that you were facing, but I believe it's continuing, is that you have been having a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry, a lot of sleepless nights, anxiety, insomnia, because of a certain situation involving these masculine energies, right? You have the Knight of Wands in the upright here, then you have the Knight of the Wands in the reverse here. So it's like this person may have been in pursuit of something, then over here they weren't in pursuit of something, and then of course you have this Devil energy, major for Capricorn. This energy is just a toxic energy. This is somebody or an energy that reflects, obsession, possession, compulsion, heavy duty OCD behavior, lying. This has to do with all kinds of addictions, substance abuse, stuff like that. It could also have to do with a karmic soul tie, meaning that you have to work through this situation and learn your life lessons in order to, close out a cycle for your karma to kind of reset itself, right? So it could be something like that. But again, you have these 3 knights here, you have another knight here, you have the page. I'm getting the sense that there's a lot of younger, kind of reckless energy about this reading right now. And with this High Priestess, either you or your person was not able to really tap into their intuition. They were not able to kind of follow their heart on something. And that may be because they didn't use their intuition or their gut. That could be why something didn't turn out so nicely here, right? This toxic energy is posing as your current challenge, all right? It may be what's preventing this 10 of Cups, okay? This happiness in the home. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify some of these cards down here in your recent past. I'd like to actually clarify this Page of Wands in reverse. Tell me about the Page of Wands in reverse. Who is this? Why is this Page of Wands here, please? Why is the Page of Wands here? Yeah. Now you have another court card, the King of Pentacles. So this idea that this person had may have not gotten off the ground because of the influence of a mature masculine energy, possibly an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. This king, the King of Pentacles, is someone who is very practical. He's a planner. He's somebody who might be like an entrepreneur, or he might own his own business. But generally, when the King of Pentacles comes up in a reading, it has to do with someone who planned well for the future financially. It's somebody who may have, put away savings or really, planned moving forward into their retirement. Okay. Now, possibly you have this Justice card here. So there might have been some kind of situation where money was involved, or possibly this Knight of Pentacles had to pay out money to you. But, overall, you're still having that kind of loving energy here with the Six of Cups. But you also have that Knight of Swords at the end, reflecting once again that reckless energy. It's kind of like it's filtering down from your current obstacle, your current challenge. Right? So what is this Knight of Swords doing here next to the Six of Cups? Okay, you have the Death card, which is the Death and Rebirth card, also major for Scorpio. So with the Death and Rebirth card, it's like something didn't work out, or something died, something fizzled, something just wasn't working for whatever reason. And when that Death card shows up, it's really indicative of a significant change. Okay, so that's what I'm strongly getting anyway here, because of all of this this fire energy and this toxicity. I am kind of getting the feeling that this is a family situation here because you have several knights, which are really young males, young adults, right? And then you have, a page here. This could be your children, moving forward or now that they're older, right? And then maybe the Six of Cups is representing your children when they were younger and like you have fond memories of like the happy home life. But in the recent past, it's showing that possibly with this King of Pentacles, things were not so happy with this Ten of Cups in reverse. Okay, so let's see what else is going on here. Okay, so let's pull some cards. All right, Spirit, can you please give me some information about the current energy, please, for Scorpio? What is their current energy? What is the current energy for Scorpio, please? By the way, tonight I'm using the Witch's Tarot, and I'm clarifying with the Gilded Tarot Royale, in case you were interested. Spirit, can I have some current energy, please, for Scorpio? Okay, I have a few cards here. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the High Priestess in reverse. No, I'm sorry, in the upright. You have the Five of Swords in reverse. You have the Five of Wands upright. You do have the Tower. Something's coming to an end. We have the Hangman, and the Nine of Wands. Okay. So let's go through these cards one by one. First of all, you have the High Priestess as well as the Hangman here on either side. These cards represent Pisces. Okay. The Tower is Scorpio energy. Okay, that's in the upright. Okay, so let's give me a minute here. What I'm strongly getting is in your current energy, there may be, if it hasn't happened already, there may be some kind of unexpected upheaval or unexpected significant change where something is kind of crumbling down. Something is disintegrating, something is falling apart here, or it will be. Now, remember that the Tower represents destruction for the sake of creation, right? Because when something is not working, and you also have the Death card here, so it's kind of like leading up to this, right? When something's not working, something has to give. It has to come down. Whether it's for the sake of recreating something new with different energy with the same person that you've been with, or a completely new beginning in a completely different direction, right? And of course, everyone, has free will. So, what you choose should always be in your best interests. Okay, so moving forward, let's see what else you have in your current energy. I'm strongly getting a lot of strife and a lot of arguing and fighting here. You have the two fives together, okay? Now, with the Five of Wands, that's that combative energy, conflict, competition, battle, really. You're fighting and arguing, and there's a lot of drama and strife, yelling. There's a real competitive energy here, okay? Plus, you have the Five of Swords in reverse. The Five of Swords is kind of somebody who had been or is manipulating the situation or manipulating you. There may have been harsh words that have been spoken, poor behavior choices, things that were very hurtful. But when the card's in reverse, the person is like kind of thinking about all of this. They're in their head because they feel like a sense of remorse about things that they've said because they can't take back what they've said, right? And once that happens, the two of you kind of walk away from the situation with like a very icky energy between the two of you, right? So it's like the person's thinking to themselves, oh, I probably shouldn't have said those things, or I wish it, hadn't gone down the way it had, like, but there's nothing you can do because the damage is already done, right? Now, you have this Four of Pentacles here with the High Priestess next to it. So what I'm strongly getting is that either you or your person is really holding on to something that is probably no longer serving you, but you have this unwillingness to let this go. This could be something to do with your finances, right? Because it is Pentacles. But more often than not, it may have to do with the idea of something that you're clinging onto or an actual person that maybe you're clinging onto here. Now, with the High Priestess coming up, again, that's major for Pisces. This is really indicative of someone having to go within and kind of use their intuition to go through this, okay? Because it's showing me like there's a lot of upheaval, fighting, disharmony, stress, possibly yelling, hurt feelings here. And sometimes when that happens, it's like almost impossible to be logical in the choices that we make because it's so emotional, right? It's so taxing. So with the High Priestess here, it's kind of showing like in order to kind of understand the situation and understand possibly why there was this hanging on energy of something that maybe was no longer serving you, this person had to go within and kind of really follow their heart and follow their gut instead of like trying to think logically because, you know, this is showing like a lot of stuff going on here. Now, with the Hangman on the other end of the tower, also Pisces energy, the Hangman is suggesting that, you know, you are possibly in this like holding pattern where there's just like you're in limbo, like you're not making any progress. You're kind of just hanging around and you're kind of trying to see things from a different perspective. Maybe you're trying to change your perspective and see things completely differently than you were, or possibly you are trying to see things from your person's perspective instead of just your own, right? Because it's showing here, you know, on both ends with this Four of Pentacles as well as this Nine of Wands, both of these energies are like a holding on to type of energy, right? The Nine of Wands is like a wounded warrior card, but they're not willing to give up. This is somebody who like believes like there's still a chance here. This is somebody who's exhausted, tired, like so over it, but they're still hanging on to that, you know, wand, you know, hoping that, you know, that it's worth hanging on to. So let's clarify some of these cards and see what's going on here for your current energy, Scorpio. Okay, so tell me about this Five of Swords and the Five of Wands. Let's see what's going on with all this conflict. It could be also, Scorpio, that all of this conflict and stuff has to do with the Pisces. That's entirely possible too, because you do have it on both sides here. Let's see. You know, the Ten of Cups, that's also water. Six of Cups, water. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. Spirit, please clarify the fives here. Five of Swords and the Five of Wands. Okay, so yeah, we have we have the Six of Swords. What was I just saying? It's like somebody's hanging on to something instead of moving away from all this tumultuous energy and this drama, right? Somebody's having a very hard time leaving the past behind. Somebody's having a very hard time leaving all that craziness to move toward calmer shores, right? To kind of find a sense of peace. It's like someone's reluctant to do that. Tell me about the Tower, please, Spirit. Thank you. The Ace of Wands, yeah. So there was some kind of missed opportunity here that could have led to growth and potential. And again, now you have the Five of Swords in the upright. So there's that narcissistic energy that I was mentioning. But when it's in the upright, this person doesn't feel remorse about things that are said because they're actively in it. They are trying to one up you. They are trying to manipulate the situation and have an unfair advantage over you. They'll do anything they can to win this battle, but unfortunately, sometimes you win the battle, but you lose the war, right? Because you don't see the bigger picture until that war is over. And then, both sides walk away with so much loss. But it's definitely showing that there was some kind of opportunity or some reason for growth or potential that just was not, it didn't pan out. Let's do one more for this. What about this Hanged Man? Clarify this Hanged Man, please. Okay. Oh boy. Now you have the Tower in reverse. Scorpio, what is going on here tonight? All right. So again, the Tower in reverse, the Nine of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the Six of Swords. All of these cards are indicative of somebody being very resistant to letting this thing be over. Okay. That's what the Tower is. Somebody is avoiding change or making change like impossible. Right? They're resisting this change. They're resisting this ending that has to happen. Okay? They're still hanging on. They're still hanging around. They're still holding on to something that's no longer serving you, refusing to kind of leave the past in the past and move forward with that Six of Swords in reverse. Oh boy, what a reading, Scorpio. All right, let me move these down. This way you can see all of the cards. Trying to fit them in the best I can here. Okay, leave so much room. Let's see. Is that better? I'm trying to get them in. Okay. All right. Let me move the mouse. Okay, so let's see what's going on. What's around the corner for Scorpio? Hopefully it's something better, Scorpio. What's around the corner? What can my Scorpio viewers expect? All right, we have the Ten of Pentacles. That's always nice, right? Everybody being financially secure, well planned out, everybody's comfortable in terms of finances. What else? Thank you. You have the Temperance card. That's a karma card, right? It's like you being very balanced, you being like it's like a fate card, you being very level, being able to temper your emotions, patiently waiting, kind of for this Ten of Pentacles energy, for everything to pan out and work out. And you have the Chariot. This is great. So it's showing, Scorpio, that whatever it is that you are patiently waiting for or will be patiently waiting for in the future, you're going to be successful. Okay, you'll be moving toward that. The Chariot is major for Cancer. Temperance is major for Sagittarius. And ultimately, what's going to happen is after all of this strife and fighting is over and the SH bleep bleep hits the fan and all this, kind of comes to an end or pans out the way that it's supposed to, it's showing here that there's a lot of success to be had, right? You're moving toward your successes. You're moving away from all of these problems. And this Ten of Pentacles is a beautiful energy to have in the future because it really does speak to, financial security for everybody. Okay. All right. Let's clarify this Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Now we have the Queen of Wands, more fire energy. The Queen of Wands is someone who is very motivated, very secure, very driven. This is somebody who's very passionate. They go after what they want. They have good self-esteem, right? It's very similar to the King of Wands, which you had up on the top, which was posing as your challenge. But for the Queen of Wands to come up, with these nice cards, it's really showing that you are moving the ball forward and you will be the one who is going after what it is that you want, or you're in hot pursuit of what you want, and it will pan out for you. Let's do one more for this Chariot. Yep, you have that Five of Wands. You're wanting to move away from all of this fighting and battle and strife and arguing and competition and conflict, because it's in reverse, right? It's you wanting to end it all. Like, enough is enough. I'm done, and I want to be successful. I'm moving forward. I'm glad to see this at the end, Scorpio, because I was getting a little nervous with all of this stuff. And in the beginning of your recent past, um, there is that Justice card here. So whatever you found out, or it was like an aha moment, or some kind of communication that you received, possibly evened the playing field here. It leveled it up, right? And then justice was served. So this could be, Scorpio, for some of you, a separation, divorce proceedings, something to do possibly with money being split up with the King of Pentacles, not wanting to leave because of the Six of Cups. Like, you have fond memories with this person, but somehow it became toxic and unhealthy. And then there was this, kind of back and forth energy. Do I stay? Do I go? Resisting it being over, which is very typical in all relationships, right? But it is showing, happiness at the end. It's showing that, your fighting will be over and you will be able to move forward. Okay. I always love when the Temperance card comes out like that. It's a beautiful card. Okay. So, Spirit, some advice, please. Thank you. For my Scorpio viewers, you have the Page of Swords in reverse. I'll tell you about that in one sec. What else? What else do you want my Scorpio viewers to know? Thank you. Okay, good. All right. So you have the Page of Swords in reverse, and you also have the Six of Wands. Now, for me as a reader, the Page of Swords is somebody who's using all of the information and facts and communication and everything that they were trying to bring toward them for the purpose solely of being able to use it later, or to prepare themselves for something. When this card's in reverse, this card really speaks to somebody who is maybe being sneaky about it. Like, maybe they were trying to use information against you. There could be a little bit of a stalking behavior. It could be like somebody driving by your house or checking your social media, stuff like that. A little bit shady, but it's showing that even though this person did this, it kind of worked to their disadvantage, because here you have this great card, the Six of Wands. So Spirit is telling you, don't worry, because you're still going to be successful. That's what the Six of Wands is. You're going to receive all of those accolades and acknowledgement and reinforcement for all of your efforts and everything that you did. It's going to work out in your favor. So don't even worry about all of this with this other person and slinging hash or whatever they're doing, talking bad about you or gathering, information to use against you. If you are going through some kind of legal matter here, it's showing don't worry about it, because it's going to ultimately work out in your favor. Okay, Scorpio. So this was a little bit of a wild reading, but in the end, it's looking great. So I hope that this reading has helped you in some way, Scorpios. If so, please like, comment, share the video, please, and subscribe to my channel. That's how YouTube works, right? The more subscriptions you have, That's how it works in your favor. Every little bit helps my family, and I appreciate your support so much. I hope to see you at your next reading, guys. And please always remember to keep gratitude in your heart no matter what. Thank you, and God bless.